Hey, what's up? Ian here. Welcome back to my channel. And in this video, I'm going to share with you guys my review for this Simgot EA2000, a very unique dual dynamic driver IEM. From the get-go, as you can tell, I like this IEM already. But before I start, I'd like to thank Simgot for sending this to me, making this video possible. However, as you guys know, everything I say is my own opinion, it's not scripted, and Simgot will watch this video with you guys, okay? So the EA2000, they call it the Boson, or Boson, or however you want to pronounce, is retailing at $320 and let me tell you guys, it's worth every penny. Alright, it's very well worth it, and you get what you pay for. Okay, so for those of you who are interested, do check out the unaffiliated links in the description below. Okay, so as usual in this video, I'll go through the accessories very quickly, and then the fit and comfort, design, build quality, and then my sound impression of this IEM. Now this video will be timestamped, so please feel free to skip around. Okay, so let's quickly go through the accessories. Comes in a very nice box like this, and then at the back here you will get some graphs, okay, of the tuning, and also the 3 different tuning plugs, okay, and then you get some specifications. The impedance is 23 ohms, sensitivity is 114, and the frequency range is 10 to 50,000 hertz. Effectively is 20 to 20,000 hertz lah, okay. And then inside the box you'll get user guide and a thank you note. Okay, I'm not going to go through that thank you note, but it's a love letter lah, okay, love letter from the CEO. Okay, and then you'll get a carrying case. So this is a very simple carrying case. It stores everything in there, including your tuning plugs and then your ear tips. Very compact and hard case, and it protects your IEM lah. That's the main thing. Okay, and then ear tips, you get 2 sets of the same ear tips but one type. Okay, so it's a very good quality ear tip, nothing outstanding, and also nothing wrong with these ear tips, but you got good inner core, good flange as well, and overall a very good quality ear tip which I'm using myself. So yeah, it's okay, it's good enough to be used. Okay, right, so that's for the ear tips. Now let's talk about the cable. So as I mentioned, right, this cable has got tuning plugs. So there are 3 different tuning that you can change, 2 of which is 3.5, alright, 3.5, which is single ended, but in terms of the tuning, right, this one of them, which is the N3A000, is the brightest one, and then the other one, the C3A035, is more of a darker treble, not very dark, it's still quite bright, okay, but it's got a bit more warmth. Okay, but my favorite one is this 4.4 tuning plug, and this one actually gives more power because it's balanced output, so it gives more power to the IEM, gives the sound a bit more fuller body, and overall a more engaging sound lah, to maximize the output of the driver. Okay, and then the cable is a 8-core cable, braided cable, very nice cable, and then it's got Y splitter, chin slider, and the ear hooks are nice and a bit firm, okay, and terminated with MMCX connector. The IEM is actually very nice, very special, and looks very premium. The design is very elegant. Okay, the faceplate has got just, you know, a very white background, and it's got the logo on it, right, the Simgot logo, but it's the inner shell itself, the entire shell itself, that has got this mirror finish that gives you that very premium look. At the same time is built from, I think, aluminum, and it's very hefty as well. It's not a light IEM, it's not very heavy lah, but it's still hefty enough. And then the unique part is this, alright, the structure. So there are 2 drivers, the 12mm and the 6mm. The 12mm is at the nozzle here, so it fires all the frequencies into your ears, but the unique part is the 6mm, whereby the driver is a passive driver. It's not an active driver, but whatever sound that is being produced from the 12mm resonates back into the chamber and then comes back out and reverberates through this 6mm dynamic driver and goes out into my inner ear, right? And then travels from my inner ear to my head, to my neck, to my body, to my arms. Okay, so that's the unique part about this driver, and man, do they change the overall listening experience on this IEM. Okay, so design and build quality is damn good, and then the fit and comfort for this is also very comfortable. I don't feel any pain or any fatigue wearing this. It's got very nice ergonomic shape, doesn't give me any weird angles or anything like that, and I can wear this the entire day, no problem at all. And then the seal is also pretty good on the stock tips. So yeah, again, seal no issue. I can wear this the entire day without fidgeting or anything like that. Right, so now let's talk about the most fun part, which is the sound. Okay, so as you can see, I brought up my graph, but before we talk about that, let's talk about the unique part about this driver. Is that, you know, it actually sounds really good, and for $320 US, is a very unique listening experience, and the overall sound production of this IEM is very nice. Okay, it's targeted at a very niche group of people, so it's not for everyone. Okay, let me just put that out. So in terms of price to performance, right, does produce sound that is way above its price point. Okay, so a very strong recommendation from me. Okay, and I do recommend you to get this to, you know, experience the different not very normal listening experience. Okay, I think a lot of IEMs out there is getting a bit boring with the normal driver setups, but this one is very unique. Okay, okay, so first let's talk about the technicalities, the soundstage. And because of the driver setup, the soundstage is also very different. Okay, it's very wide to the sides, very the widest I've heard. Okay, and then the depth is okay, the height is very high. It's got like this very airy feel to the sound. It's a bit hard to explain because I've got sound that travels into my ear canal. At the same time, I've got that sound stage that you know, that's outside my ear as well. So I can feel it outside my ear, at the same time hear it inside my ear. So it's a very weird sound stage, but very good feeling to the sound stage, very wide. Okay, and also the layout of the sound stage is quite natural, right, with the instruments and vocals and percussions all very well placed out. So imaging and sound separation is very good on this. The details on this is reasonable. I mean, as you can see from the tuning, is quite a V-shaped tuned IEM, so it's not for detail monsters. Okay, and yeah, so basically the details on this is reasonable. I still can pick up some nuances. It's not most of it. It's not the most detailed lah. Okay, and also for the resolution on this is actually also pretty good. Actually, is for $320 US. It's actually a very resolute IEM. Okay, so overall the technicalities on this IEM is very good and very unique because of the driver setup. Okay, so now let's talk about the tone and timbre for this. The tone is more of a fun tone, more casual, warm. The note weight is heavy, and overall the listening experience is more of a casual musical listening experience. Okay, so that's for the tone and timbre. Now the sound signature. Sound signature is more V-shaped, so the emphasis is on the bass and the treble. Okay, so and the mids are recessed lah. Okay, so for those of you who enjoy listening to trance, techno, heavy metal, this is actually a very good sound signature for that. It emphasizes the bass, at the same time emphasize the treble, whereby, you know, the guitars, electric guitars, cymbal strikes, shakers, those kind of sound at the upper end sounds very nice and forward. At the same time, the bass, it's got a very different type of bass. The rumble is very rumbly. So this overall, in a nutshell, okay, is a very fun, engaging type of sound signature. Okay, now let's talk about the bass, sub bass. I love the sub bass on this. The rumble resonates throughout my entire body with this unique driver setup, and I find that it's warm, it's very heavy in the note, and I just enjoyed the sub bass. The rumble is the vibration of the rumble is so nice and so addictive. I don't know, I don't consider myself a bass head, but this is a very good bass, right? It's very unique. I like it so much. The mid bass is also very punchy and impactful, not by a lot. Okay, I mean, is elevated just by a bit. As you can see, it's not by a lot as compared to the Harman Target, but because of this uniqueness in terms of the driver, the resonance of that impact and that slam, it just, you know, goes outside my head. Okay, so I love the bass. The mids, on the other hand, is recessed. As you know, instruments, they are recessed, they sound veiled. Details are not a lot, okay, but it's still a very resolute IEM. It does produce a very clear sound. It's just that instruments are not the star of the show. It's not the focus here, right? So for those detail monsters, this is not gonna give you that kind of details that you will yearn for. Okay, for vocals, male vocals and female vocals, they both sound really good on this IEM. Male vocals, because it's got good bass, it's got good authority and good warmth, and overall very engaging type of male vocal. The female vocal also sounds very engaging. In fact, female vocals, they sound really hot and spicy, and it's got good sparkle to the female's voice and the presence, and very energetic presence of the female vocal. I do enjoy both male and female vocals on this. Okay, the treble is hot and spicy. Alright, so if you are sensitive to treble, this IEM is not for you. As I mentioned, this is targeted at a very unique crowd who likes bass and who likes treble. I'm one of them. I like the bass, I like the treble, and it gives me that really in my face type of treble without the sibilants. Okay, it's very, very energetic, very, very in your face. Look at the peanut gain here. The gain here, there's a big hump, it's a small hump, but it's a hump. Okay, and that hump makes it very engaging, very energetic type of gain. Okay, so I like the gain on the treble. I like the presence. It's very bright. At the same time, if you change to this N3A000 adapter, it makes it even brighter. Okay, but with this 4.4 balance tuning, this tuning plug, it gives more power without elevating the treble so much, right? So it does elevate the treble, but gives you that power as well to the IEM. So it's more of a fuller sound with the bass balancing out the treble. Okay, so overall, in terms of the treble, very engaging, very airy as well. It's got good natural roll off and good extension to the treble. Yeah, very nice treble to me. All right, but treble sensitive people may not be able to tolerate this. It's quite fatiguing, right, for those who are sensitive to treble. Right, so that's the overall sound signature of this IEM, and as I mentioned, right, this is actually a very unique tuning. I love this tuning, right, and it's suitable for trance, techno, drum and bass, heavy metal, those genre of music. Classical orchestras, they may not sound correct, right? Maybe too much bass, right, and a bit too spicy treble, but you still can listen to your classical and orchestra on this, just that it may not sound as natural. Okay, but I do recommend it for people who listens to genres like, well, trance, techno, hip hop, pop, more in terms of the general crowd of people, and want to have a more musical and fun and casual listening experience when using this IEM. Okay, and I do really recommend this IEM at this price point. Even though it's expensive, I mean, you get what you pay for. You pay the money and you get the quality, and this is one of the example of that. Alright, so that concludes my overall review for this Simgot EA2000. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and also please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I hope you guys have a great day ahead, and I'll see you again in my next video. Cheers.